All right, we are live. Welcome back to the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle. I'm joined here with the Detroit Lenny. We got a smaller baseball slate. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game slate. So I got like 3 plays from it. Not crazy amount of action. And I have the same amount of action from 2 games of NFL and college football. So we'll go from there. We have 10 games to go over, 8 in baseball, 1 in college football, 1 in NFL. And while I go ahead and share out the link onto Facebook groups, Twitter, and Discord, Lenny, how have you been since we've seen you last?
I've been good. I've been just trucking along, trying to keep a grind moving along. Nothing major. This time in baseball can get a little out of control for me. For me personally, I'm talking from just my experience. I start to, the baseball season changes as it goes on, and we got to adapt to certain players, certain teams playing, certain teams not. And I mean actually giving heart and playing on the field. So I got to keep that in mind. So I kind of lay off baseball a little bit and go more into college football and kind of, research and development stages, week 1 and 2. Just seeing who's who. Don't let week 2 overreactions in football. Anything like that. College football, you got to get your pick and choose your battles here. And there's some good spots for this weekend that I like.
Yeah, I know me and Nick will really start to dig into college football today when he gets home. So we'll be able to have all of our plays up by the end of the day. So excited, another college football slate coming up. But today's Thursday, and we get some baseball. Before we do this, I'll go ahead and recap my day from yesterday because I know me and Nick always do this in the beginning of our streams so that we can give transparency. If you want our numbers, they're all down they're down there. We don't put our college football down there just because me and Nick agree on everything because we work together on that. We look at the numbers, and all of our numbers for that is on picks and parlays. You're not going to find much because we're not profitable in it right now, but we'll go from there. Yesterday, started off with the under in the Detroit game, 4-1 Detroit, cashed that one. I doubled up on that Boston game. I went Seattle in the over hit. Seattle did not, broke even on that game. And then the start of my frustrating part of the night, Reds and Pirates. I had it over 9. It finished exactly at 9. Push there. I had the under in that Cleveland Indian Minnesota Twins game. Screw you, Cleveland. I had the over 9 in that Astros game. I got lucky because they scored, I think it was a home run in the bottom of the 9th to push the game. And it was 7-2 final there. And then I also had the San Francisco Giants last night. That was me and Nick's best bet. And they lost 9-6 to the Padres. They got one more game in that series coming up today. We also had the Liberty yesterday who were winning at halftime. We had them plus 12.5, and then they end up losing by 29 at the end of the game. So that kind of fucking blew.
So there's that.
There's that. But it's all right. I'm not too hung up on it. And then I'm not going to say we're experts at it, but the NC Dinos won last night. If you guys watch Game Time Decision, that's now 2 straight KBO games in a row. That's
called a streak. That's called a streak.
We'll have another one at Game Time Decision today. Go ahead and check it out. But
you're welcome.
Let's get it. Top of the morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Giants game last night was very disappointing. That it was. Yeah.
I had the Nerfy in the game, so I turned it off after the first inning.
Yeah, I had the Giants. I turned it off after the second. What's up, Tim and Eastside, my guy? Let's hit the like button, people. Share and subscribe. Let's cash today. Let's get it. Yeah, Lex, we know you said morning. It's fine.
We know. We speak Lex.
We speak Lex at this point. We're good.
Yeah, we're like we could teach a class in Lex.
Yeah, I mean,
Facts.
Lenny probably can. Let's do.
Facts. 100%.
All right. Well. We got a small slate today, so we'll end up be on stream for about an hour and a half today because me and Lenny like to talk. But now we get to start off with the Colorado Rockies in Atlanta facing the Braves. I believe this is the third game of the series. Yep, third game of the series for them. The Colorado Rockies are looking for the sweep in Atlanta. Where are you looking for this one?
I stayed away from this one. I lean. Excuse me. For me, it would have to be Atlanta in a lean position here, but they're at like 170 as far as juice goes. Yeah, 176. So I didn't really like that. Obviously, you got was it Marquez is on the mound for the Colorado Rockies and Ian Anderson for Atlanta. I'm not a fan, of either one. They're both kind of nah. So the game just gave off meh vibes, so I stayed away. I stayed away.
I actually just added something to my card, and okay, we'll go ahead and throw up on the place. I'm going Colorado today. I'm taking a dog. They're going for the sweep. German Marquez is their best pitcher. I know they're not good on the road, but they're looking for a sweep in Atlanta. Like, what is this?
How long does that have? Yeah, when does that often happen?
It doesn't. That's the thing. And if anything, they've got the best chance to do it with that pitcher on the mound, German Marquez, who has been their best pitcher this year. He's been solid lately. He's won his last two starts. One of them being on the road in Philadelphia. He threw his 6 innings, no earned runs there. And then in Atlanta last time he pitched 2 runs and 5 innings. In that game, the Colorado Rockies ended up winning. So I do like Colorado to finish off the sweep in this one. It's going to be a little bit of a trend where obviously you guys saw the play after that one. We're getting some sweeps today from some bad teams. So let's get it.
Fair enough.
I had Sun minus 13. Was a little nervous because at half they were down and couldn't get a lead. But then, yeah, I know. I was on the opposite side of that one. Good job, Marcos.
Good job, Marcos. Good job, Eastside.
Speaking of bad teams getting sweeps, we got the next game, which is the Cincinnati Reds in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati a minus 176 in this game. Pittsburgh looking for the sweep, total of 8. Did you get anything in this one?
I do not, but I lean Cincy in the first 5. I don't have an official play on this because at the time when I was looking at this last night, the Pirates pitcher wasn't listed. He was TBD, but now I understand it's Connor Overton.
Yep.
Never heard of him. Next. So that's kind of why I stayed off of it. I don't like stuff like this. But you do have Tyler Mali. Yeah. I like, if anything, I would take Cincy run line first 5. And that's minus 120, so I like that. If I was going to do anything.
This Reds team is, they've been bad. And I can't right now back a team that's lost 4 straight and 5 out of their last 6, 7 out of their last 10. They've just been, and I believe now they're like a game and a half back in the wild card, and they're starting to, they're a game and a half back. They're starting to slip. It's just not a spot that I'm interested in anymore. I'm going after the team that's going to go get the sweep. I'm going to get the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 160 at this point. I think it's a solid spot for him. I know Overton hasn't pitched much. I think he's pitched all of 7 innings this year. But Molly's been hit or miss lately, and this Cincinnati team has not been able to hit.
That's true.
They've been struggling, and this, for whatever reason, Pittsburgh's their kryptonite. Pittsburgh always seems to do well against Cincinnati. Don't know why. Don't really care.
They're rivals. Kind of,
not really. You can't have a rivalry with a team that's going to lose 100 games this year. But
it's Ohio and Pittsburgh.
Okay, fair enough. But
they just don't like each other.
Yeah, I went Pittsburgh in this one. I got the plus money for it. We'll work it out. Pittsburgh going for the sweep. They're getting it today.
I like it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Never going to talk you off plus money.
Nope. And that's 2 plus monies to start off the day. So
yeah.
If I hit either Colorado or Pittsburgh, profit on those 2 games. That's all. That's what I'm looking at.
Right. Just got to win one of them.
Yep. We'll go ahead and keep moving on. We get the Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland Athletics in Cincinnati. Not Cincinnati, Kansas City. I'm weird. And we get another one of these similar matchups where, well, Kansas City won the first game. Oakland's won the second game. Both of them, 17 runs in one game, 22 runs in another. Total is 10 in this game. Oakland's at minus 115. I don't know about you. I'm not interested in this one.
Nope. No, thank you. No, sir. No, sir. Paul Blackburn, 0-2. Daniel Lynch, 4-4. I think. So, I mean, either way, I don't like either one of these teams right now. Obviously, Kansas City is not a good team. Oakland thought they were a good team. Now they're questioning that, I think. I don't know what's going on. But they are falling out of all, they're just stumbling. And they can't hit the ball. Kansas City hits the ball, then they don't hit the ball, then they don't know what they're doing. This is two of the most inconsistent teams in baseball right now, and I don't want nothing to do with either one.
Yeah, I'm not interested in this one either.
Sounds like a 1-800-LEX game.
10.
Yeah.
There's your 10. It would be a lean towards the over, even though it is 10. But it's gross. I'm not betting this one. Blackburn Lynch. Blackburn's more of a bullpen pitcher. You're gonna get maybe 3 to 4 innings out of him, and that's pretty much about it. On the Kansas City side, Daniel Lynch hasn't really done much this year. Nothing for me to really want to go out and bet the Royals, but no. This one's a pass for me. There's better spots on the slate. Not in this next game, but there's better slots. They're both very inconsistent. 1-800-LEX.
Facts.
Yep. But the next game we'll go over is the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Chicago White Sox. And this one should be an interesting matchup. We get Alex Cobb and Ronaldo Lopez in this game. Total of 8 or 8.5. On my book, it's 8. Covers is 8.5.
Depending on your book, 8 to 8.5.
And Chicago's a minus 176 favorite. I pass on this game as well. If anything, it would be a lean towards a dog in the Angels. I think this is a dog day. I really think this is a dog day. I was
just going to say that. I'd lean towards the Angels, if anything.
Because this first 4 games, I would be leaning towards the dogs or betting the dogs with Colorado, with Pittsburgh, lean maybe towards Kansas City in that game, lean towards the Angels. I feel like this is a dog day. I don't know why we have that as our background. Hold on. Let's grab that back. We had the Colorado. We had the Chargers. I think that was the last video Nick did for Picks and Parleys.
For free pick videos.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in this game. Lean towards LA, but I'm passing.
Yeah, same as me. It's a 1-800-LEX game. I just don't want nothing to do with it. If anything, I would lean dog on this and lean towards the Angels. I promise people I have picks in the next 4 games. Maybe. But I do have a small slate, but I don't have anything on these early games. I just, I'm looking for more value here. And now that we have college football back, and now that we have NFL, it's Thursday, we have baseball, college football, NFL football. I found more value in the Angels in Chicago game.
Yep. So 1-800-LEX.
1-800-LEX. There you go.
There you go, Lex. You're part of the stream now.
Good job, Lex. Good job.
We'll go ahead and move on to our next game. We get
I gotta play on this.
Yeah, so do I. We get the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Last game of this 4-game series between the two teams. Giants minus 181 favorites in this game. Total of 7.5. You got to play on it, so I'll let you go first.
Oh, you're all heart. I like the Giants' first 5 run line. I really do. After last night's play, the game it didn't end the way some of us wanted it to. It sounds like a lot of us were on the Giants, but the Padres played ball, and now you got Kevin Gausman on the mound, 14-5, 2.65 ERA, going against Pierce Johnson, who's 3-3 with a respectable 2.9 ERA, 2.98 ERA. Don't get me wrong, I don't expect him to shut anybody down or anything like that. I'm looking for San Francisco to score a couple runs here, and Gausman, I don't know how to say his name, terrible names. I expect him to get me through the first 5 innings. So I like the Giants' first 5 on the run line.
Get it?
I think it's a great spot for him.
You took first 5. I'll take full game, and I know my buddy Pro Bill from my Giggity Gaming days.
Giggity.
Yup. He's a Giants fan. I'm rolling right back to the Giants today.
Right.
I don't care about last night. They've still won 9 out of their last 10 games. They've been playing really, really good lately, and I don't mind it. Grabbing them, I think the run line was a plus 102, so plus money to get it. Gausman's been pitching really well. Pierce Johnson, he does have a 2-point-something ERA. He's only pitched 50 innings this year, so I'm not sure if that's a big enough sample size to really get a good look at him.
Fair enough.
But no, it's Giants or nothing in this game. Gausman's still one of the Cy Young contenders this year, so he's got to have another good start for it. I'm taking the Giants today. I think it's a good one. Maybe I'm going to lean towards the over because I know in my book it's dropped all the way down to a 7.5. And keep in mind, these two teams have been trending over lately.
Really?
San Diego is 6 out of their last 10. Giants 7 out of their last 10. So trending a little bit towards the over. My favorite play for this one's the Giants in this game, though.
Fair enough.
We'll go ahead and move on to the beautiful game of the New York Yankees and the red-hot Baltimore Orioles. Not really. We just love to make fun of the Orioles. I believe on...
We really do. If we had any Baltimore fans... Go ahead.
If the Orioles lose this game, 100 losses.
Oh! Motivation. Listen, if we had any Baltimore fans, they would hate us. We just so you guys know, we make fun of every team, whether they're winning or losing. So don't take it personal.
He's a Detroit Tigers fan, so he has it rough too. I'm a Mets fan, so I got it rough too.
We got to pick on possibly the only other team that's worse than ours. Well, there's a couple, but not many.
No, I mean Detroit,
Arizona.
In terms of teams that are worse than your Detroit Tigers. Texas Rangers, Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals, Baltimore Orioles, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago Cubs, Washington Nationals, Miami Marlins. So you got a lot of teams that are worse than your Tigers, so it could be worse.
We're playoff bound, baby.
But going on this game, no, I'm not interested. It's just not a spot. You're in Arizona. Yep. It's just not a spot I'm interested in for this slate. It's Montgomery and Ellis. If anything, I'll lean towards that over, but at a 10. I know Lenny would be upset if I tried to go over on that game. It's not a good spot for this one. I'm going to pass. Detroit, do you got anything on this?
I am going under. I'm going under on this game because it's at 10, and both these teams are struggling hitting the ball. It's got nothing to do with anything like that as far as records or thinking New York is just going to dominate Baltimore. Baltimore beat them, not too long ago. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, the last 2 games they played, it was 4-3, 7-2. I'm expecting that kind of game, and it stays under 10. Jordan Montgomery, 5-6 with 3.7 ERA. If he can keep them lower than 3, I think Chris Ellis and I can't believe I'm going to say this, the Baltimore bullpen hold New York to 5-6 runs. In this game, it's going to be an 8-9 game, but 10's too high. Now, watch the Yankees come out and score 12 in the first inning or something like that. But if they don't have a blowout game, this game goes and stays under.
Yeah,
So that's
I mean,
where
it
I'm
can
at.
still be a blowout game and stays under like an 8-0.
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, but
Facts.
that game's not fun. Latoya is that was or Washington's
Washington
playing?
tonight.
Washington. Oh, football team. Gotcha.
The
Lex.
WTF team. The WTF team.
Yep. We got two more baseball games. One of them I won't talk about, but next game we get the Detroit Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa is a minus 212 in this game, total of 8.5. We get Tyler Alexander and Lewis Head for the Tampa Bay Rays. It's your Tigers. I'll let you go first.
Tigers are on a roll right now. 2-0 in the last 2 games. Beating up on one of the top teams in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers. Hey, I don't get to say that too often, so I'm just going to roll with that.
Here, hold on. Can I add a little bit more fuel to your fire? They've won 3 straight games.
Oh, yes.
And 5 out of the last 6. I'll let you keep going. Sorry.
I mean, I didn't want to bring all that up and make everybody else feel like they didn't know that, but okay. Listen, Detroit's hitting the ball right now. They're scoring 3-4 runs a game. Tampa Bay, we know, can jack that ball. I like the over here in 8.5. The Detroit degenerate fan in me wants to throw money on Detroit money line, wants to take them on the run line plus the 1.5, but I think the handicapper in me wants to just take the over because, be honest with you, either team could cover this by themselves with these pitchers tonight. I mean, Tyler Alexander, he's, the last time out against Tampa was on September 10th. He gave up 1 earned run in 4 1/3 innings. So he's not going to go deep or anything like that. I don't expect him to. But Lewis Head, I don't know. I don't know what that. He's a bullpen pitcher. We don't know what we're going to get out of that. Tyler Alexander is barely on this rotation, and in 27 other teams wouldn't even be in the rotation. So that's what we're going to get with that. I expect an offensive game out of these guys. In Tampa, Tampa Bay, the ball seems to sail a little bit further there. So I expect big things out of both these games. I expect this game to go over early. It actually started at 9 and trended down to 8.5. Last night I did a total chaos on it, and it was 9. Now it's at 8.5, which makes me worry about my over, but I think everybody is wrong here. This game's going over.
Yeah.
Like over.
And I'll be on the same side as you for this one. I think this one goes over. Looking at these two teams, Tampa Bay has gone over in 5. Well, they're 5-2-3. They've had 3 pushes their last 10. Can't really do anything there. I know Detroit's 4-5-1, but yeah, these two pitchers don't really shout anything out to me. And in the beginning of the year, if I told you by mid-September the team that averages the most runs per game is the Tampa Bay Rays, would you really expected it? Because it is true. The Tampa Bay Rays average 5.35 runs per game. That is the most in the MLB. Second place is the Houston Astros, 5.3. So Tampa Bay barely in front of the Astros at the moment for most runs scored per game. And I think they get another big game tonight. And this, I will say, this Tampa Bay team is dangerous. I know they've slowed down a little bit. They've lost 6 out of their last 10, but this Tampa Bay team is dangerous. Come playoffs, this team can win on the road, and this team has the pieces. And the thing that I love about this Tampa Bay team, there is no one star part of their lineup. It's everybody. It's a Moneyball tactic. 100%. You know why he's in the lineup? He gets on base, and it's that way with all of these players. So
that's all they want.
Yeah, and I will say Austin Meadows. Nick mentions it. I'll mention it too. Most underrated player in baseball. I think
I could see people making a case for that. I don't necessarily. I might have to dive more deep in that and see if I can find another player. But off the top of my head, yeah, I'd be willing to say that. And you're absolutely right with this Tampa team. They are dangerous. I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 6-0 in the second inning,
Yeah.
and Tampa's up. I mean, they're gonna light up the Detroit or staff early. Now the bullpen has been playing as of late decent, very decent. So I want if somebody put that fire out in the Tigers bullpen or something like that, somebody needed to do that back in April. But they're pitching very, very decent in the bullpen. I think they get to Tampa, they get to Detroit early, score a lot. Detroit can score whenever. This game goes over.
Yeah, just to give you an idea for Austin Meadows, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the last baseball game of the day. Austin Meadows this year, he's got a 232 batting average, which is fine. It's about average. 25 homers, 99 RBIs, and an OPS above 750. He's been very consistent. And he's this one solid bat in this Tampa Bay lineup that you could always rely on. I will probably, when I set up my futures account for next baseball season, have a MVP ticket on Austin Meadows next year.
I can see it.
We'll go ahead and move on. We got the last baseball game of the day. I will not be talking about this one because this one has our me and Nick's best bet in it on picksandparleys.net. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, that's the link in the description. If you guys want to go and look at it. But Houston Astros minus 202 favorites in this game, total of 8.5 in Texas. Lenny, I'll let you do this one.
Yeah, I like the Astros first 5 on the run line. I got it at about minus 130, minus the half a run. I mean, you got Framber Valdez on the mound, 10-5, 3.26 ERA against some guy named Glenn Otto. Glenn Otto's 0-1 with a 6.92 ERA. It's obviously a bullpen game for Texas, which is that's just a bad idea in general. But I'm not a fan of the Texas Rangers right now. The Astros seem to be getting the groove back a little bit. So this game was really weird. I mean, Houston blew them out 15-1. Then Texas came back, blew them out 8-1, and then last night game, Houston won 7-2. So it's up down all around. But I think Houston takes the final game of this series, and I think they do it in fashion. I also like the over, but that's just me. And but I really like the first 5 in this matchup. I think I got good value at minus 130-ish for San Francisco on the run line, who I think should just dominate the whole game.
All right, that's all I'll say about it.
That's all you'll say about it.
That's all 8 baseball games. Now it's time for some football. We got one college game. We'll go over the college one first, and then we'll go over the NFL. First, there is 2 college football games, but we are not going over what is the game. Alabama A&M and Buffham Cookman. No, we're not going over that one. That one we'll leave off to the side. We get Ohio and Lafayette, University of Louisiana Lafayette. Lafayette's a minus 20 in this game, total of 56.5. I will say I have 2 plays on this game. And once again, when it comes to college football, it's all about reading ticket numbers and money numbers and where everything is going. And for me, it's a play on Ohio plus the 20, and it's a play on the under in this game. 58% of the tickets are on Ohio. 87% of the money is on Ohio. It opened up at 19. It's opened up at 20, around 19. It's been about the same depending on where you opened, what book you got. I got it at 20. A lot of the sharp money is on Ohio in this game, so that's where I'm going there. And then as for the total in this game, going with the under, 54% of the tickets are on the over, yet 88% of the money is on the under. A lot of sharp money on the under in this game. And when you're taking a big dog and an under, that is the best way to correlate, because if it's an under, most likely you can cover your 20 points. So for this one, I like Ohio plus the 20 and the under in this college football game for tonight.
I couldn't agree more. I'm all about the under in this game. I stayed away from I stayed away from the side on this one, but I do like Ohio with those all those points. I don't think those raising Cajuns down there are really going to blow out the Ohio Bobcats here. I think this is going to be a terrible game. I think both offenses are terrible. I think both defenses are nah. And listen, if this game ends up like 13-12, I would not be surprised. So, and I don't know who wins at 13-12. So, just to be clear,
Ohio does.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Ohio does for the money line people. But I like it to go under, and I like it to stay close as well. But I just my bet is totally on the under, on the total on this one.
I like it. I like it. But that's the college football game.
Yeah.
Now on to Thursday night football.
What?
Back to the NFL. We get the New York Giants against the team, the Washington football team. Washington is a -3 in this game, total of 40.5. I'll let you go first for the NFL.
You know, speaking of two terrible teams, just in a higher level of play, the Giants and the Washington football team, the offenses look terrible. Defenses look great. I am not a fan of the side on this one either. I took this under. I know it's really low. Some people say that's just too low. But I don't see a lot of these guys getting this moving. I mean, the Giants averaged 13. They scored 13 points against Denver. Last week against the Chargers, Washington scored 16. So, I mean, they're averaging. I mean, I get it's one game. It's hard to say an average. It's not like they played 10 games or anything like that. But I just don't expect either team to really do anything. And then I also saw, too... No, that's another game I was thinking about. My bad. But I just like the under here. I don't think a lot of teams are... I don't think they're going to push the ball downfield. Neither team really has a deep threat type receiver. You'd say anything you want about Kenny Galladay. He's a former Lion. He plays when he wants to play. And if he don't feel like playing tonight, he ain't going to play. And so, I mean, I don't see either one of these teams. I don't know if Daniel Jones from the Giants, or I don't think he's the answer. And Washington, I don't even know who their quarterback is. It's, what's his name?
Henneke?
Henneke. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, look for a great defensive-minded battle here. This is going to be a dogfight in the trenches, one between the 40s, midfield type ball game. You take the kickers if you have them in fantasy, but this ain't going nowhere.
I don't even know if I would want the kickers in fantasy. I will say,
that's true.
If you're a fantasy owner, you should, besides Barkley, because that's probably somebody's first round pick, you should not be starting anybody from this game. Nobody is worth starting in this game unless you're running a 20-person league and you have to run Henneke as your quarterback. You really shouldn't be running anybody in this game, not even the kickers. The only thing I will say that it's acceptable is defenses.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll be all right with that. I think you can see a defensive touchdown tonight, but this is not. It's an under game. I didn't bet the under. It was a lean towards the under. The bet for me is the Giants tonight at +3. Daniel Jones, at least he's a starter. At least he's got that.
Supposed to be.
Ryan Fitzpatrick went out last week, and he's going to be out for a little bit. Henneke's going to be the quarterback tonight, and I don't see much offense in this game. It's just not a spot that I'm interested in. Points are going to be hard to come by. Yes, I know it seems like a preseason total at this point, but I would probably be leaning towards
preseason offenses.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, it's a lean towards the Giants because even though Daniel Jones has not played well, in his 2 years, he's played the Washington football team 4 times, and he's beaten them all 4 times. So he's got their number. It's a lean towards the Giants, and it's a bet on the Giants on this one +3. Lean towards the under, but this game's going to be gross. They picked a horrible game for a Thursday night. But people will be watching it because people have money on it.
Fair enough.
That's
I'll be watching.
That'll be the only people who are watching this game are the people who have money on them. And then Giants and Washington fans. Football fans in general won't be watching this game because these two teams suck. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's slate. We went through all 8 baseball games, both football games. We'll go ahead and do a recap in just a minute over the entire slate. But before we do that, as I always do, some housekeeping. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. We're currently sitting at 1,186 subscribers, so we're getting close to that 1.2K mark. So we got 14 away. Keep bringing them. Hoping maybe try to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know it might be a little bit of a push. That's like 800 subscribers in the next 3 months, but we can maybe do it. Especially with NFL, college basketball, NBA, NHL, everything going on. This would be the big time of the year. But go ahead, and we appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description, especially the first 5 with the Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. For every 100 members or followers on those 5 platforms, me and Nick are doing a week giveaway of our premium plays. We figured that's a little thing we could do, each little milestone for those accounts. I know the Twitter is up at like 120. The Instagram's at like 50-something. Twitch is still at 4. So if you guys have not followed us on Twitch, me and Nick are live on Twitch every morning as well. Doing this show, we're on Twitch as well. So if you guys are interested, following us there. And then the last 2 are the premium plays and picks and parlays. Both of those links down below. Picks and parlays. Let's get it. Had to flex the jersey again. Both those links in the description. Speaking of picks and parlays, I believe Craig did his show last night. Or he did it this morning. I don't remember which. But he did do it, so go check that out. That's a 7-minute video. He goes over his 4 favorite plays of the day, or his 4 video plays, and the consensus report. And then me and Nick, or me and Lenny, at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock for the Earle Sports Bet Show. Higgs will be live in about 18 minutes for his show, Midday Money on Winning Free Picks. Check that out as well. 1:30 for Morning Wood. I'm still in the contest on a Thursday.
I was out right away. Day 1. I'm out of Handicap-a-tan. I'm out of everything. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Hey, at least you get to be in Handicap-a-ton. Allie's too scared that I would absolutely dominate the competition.
Nobody's scared of it. Nobody's scared.
I know. I'm busting. But she was worried that I would be on the top and have to say my name every single day. And yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Who wants that?
Yeah, I know, right? But check out that as well. I only made it there because I went with the Seattle over the first 2 days. And they've hit the over their last 11 games or 12 games, whatever it is at this point.
They didn't that game. Or they did. Yeah, I went Toronto team total over 4.5, and they scored 0 runs for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking my last Woody standing pick is probably going to be Ohio plus the 20. I'm thinking that's where I'm going to be looking at, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll figure that out when I get there. Game time decision, 6 o'clock today. Me, Nick, Lenny, baseball, football, maybe a little bit of KBO. We are on a streak, so we kind of have to throw one in there.
Only if you're good, people. Only if you're good.
And then there's got to be a total chaos tonight. I'm probably not in it. I lost to Higgs the other night.
I'm beating up on Cam.
We differed. Me and Higgs differed on the Cleveland game and the Oakland game. I had the unders in both, and then both of them way over. So not fun there. I did not have a good total chaos the last time out, but he still has total chaos alive.
Yes. Also, almost adulting tonight, Thursday, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Be me, Baby Jesus Cam Ross, and the plus money honey Allie Burns.
Get it? Yeah, I was going to mention that. I was going through the times. And then, of course, stay tuned for free pick videos here on Earle Sports Bets and on Picks and Parleys. I know that all the channels come out with lots of content every single day. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap, and then we'll head on out for today. Doggy day for me. I like Colorado against Atlanta to get the sweep. I like Pittsburgh to finish off the sweep against Cincinnati. San Francisco run line, the over in Detroit. For college football, Ohio plus 20 and the under in that game. And for Thursday night football in the NFL, the Giants plus 3.5. Nick is looking at the Colorado Rockies first 5, Pittsburgh first 5, Tampa Bay run line, first 5 run line. Sorry, I typed that in wrong. First 5 run line and full game run line for them against the Detroit Tigers. He's got the Houston Astros first 5 run line and full game run line for that game as well. And then Ohio and Illinois under, and he's also got Giants plus 3.5 and Giants plus 150 tonight.
I'm looking at a solid 4 games for MLB. I like the Tigers over the 8.5 against Tampa. One of those teams are going to score a lot of runs. I also like the Yankees game to go under the 10. 10's my limit. We all know that. I do like the Astros first 5 run line minus the half. I think that's a great spot for them. I also like the Giants first 5 run line minus the half. I like that. I like both of those games a lot. In football, the Raging Cajuns and the Bobcats, I'm going to stay away from the side and just take that under 57, 56.5. Right in there, depending on your book. And for tonight's NFL big matchup, I do like the Giants under 40.5. I know it's low, but I don't expect a lot out of either team. And for
the people who say, "Oh, that line's too low," no, it's not. The book set it up that way.
Neither team might not score 10 points. Yeah, neither team might not score 10 points.
The book set up
21-17. 21-17.
Hey. Something like that. We can see that.
That's 38, folks.
Yeah, that's everything for today's slate. The Vegas makes money off of this stuff. So the lines are the way that they're supposed to be for a reason. Because if they're any higher, people are going to be betting the unders like crazy. If they're any lower, people are going to be betting the overs like crazy. So they know what they're doing, and no line is a mess up. No line's a mess up. So
yeah, it's not an accident.
It's just us trying to find value on some games, and that's what we try to do. But that should wrap it up for the Earle Sports Bet Show for today. Once again, make sure you guys follow Detroit Lenny on Twitter over at Detroit_Lenny. He's also on Picks and Parleys like every single day, so go ahead, check him out over there. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this stream. But until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets. We get some MLB. We get some NFL, college football. Should do it for us. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Until next time, let's get it.